Afternoon, welcome to Franklin's Gardens. It's been a cold but dry one here. We're set for a cracker. Topsy Ojo, part of the commentary team today. Topsy, the Saints warming up behind us. How important is it that they back up the away win against Poe last week with a home win against the Bulls?
It's huge. I mean, last weekend was so impressive, but that was a week ago. The job is now. The job is trying to put another win, 4 points off, 5 points off the board in what is a very difficult pool. So, look, as good as they were last weekend, let's reset, let's go again, because they've got another tricky tie coming up in round 3, so they want to make sure that they're in good shape going into that one. Yeah, the Bulls without some of their big names for this one. If they do win a third successive game against the Bulls, they'll take some pressure off at the start of next year where they go to Bordeaux and welcome the Scarlets here. Yeah, and a repeat of the final, which we'll all be looking forward to see. But you don't want the added pressure of absolutely needing a result out there. So you can go into that game equal on 10 points with Bordeaux. So look, we know that the Bulls have left some players at home, but ultimately it's still going to be a tough test. You've still got to figure out a different puzzle, analysing and playing against players that you don't know as well. So that's going to be tricky for the Saints, and they'll want to figure that out very quickly. Yeah, the Bulls have just left the field. What about them? They've made a few changes. I said a few big names not here. What type of test will they be, and how strong are they? Look, they will still be a challenge. You know, they are a big physical team. They might come with a bit of a simplified game plan. You know, when you can leave Kane and Moody, Andre Pollard and Creel at home. Villiers is here, a very expensive travelling reserve. But actually, it means that these players who maybe we don't see as much, don't know as much about, get an opportunity to impress in the Champions Cup, to put their hand up for selection back in the URC over the next couple of weeks. So, as we've seen already this weekend, maybe those rotations are helping these teams look at their squad and improve their depth. Cheers, Topsy. Enjoy the game. Topsy will be joining Miles Harrison in the commentary box for this one. But before we hear from them, earlier on, I spoke with both head coaches, and here's what they had to say. Phil, Poe first, Bulls second, Champions Cup rugby at its finest. How important is it that you back up that away win with a home win today?
Yeah, it's huge. I think to get through in this tournament, you need to win your home games, and obviously, big challenge coming from a storied and historic franchise like the Bulls. Yeah, you've played them a couple of times over the last few years. Loftus Versfeld last year, here in the quarter-final a year before. What have you taken from those experiences of playing them and beating them? We had a great experience last year. The opportunity to travel together, go somewhere that we hadn't been before, play a team we hadn't before, a lot like last week. And so we took a lot as a group, going there and playing at altitude against Bulls side that don't lose very often at home was a tremendous experience and a real landmark sort of in that season of Europe. And you learn that they're an incredibly physical side. They've got so much talent. They've got such a big pathway. It's such a big part of their cultural heritage, and it's a big part of what they do in South Africa. So yeah, we're excited about that opportunity, and it gives us a good test again today.
We know they're just an exciting team. They are one of the teams with the best set piece launches. They test you all over the field. They can run, they can kick, attacking kicks. They obviously they've got threats all over the park. So we know that we must be up for it today and defensively. And unfortunately, that's an area for us also that we had to focus on to try and fix, and it will be, again, like I said, a big challenge today.
Cheers, Johan. Go well today.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Alex Mitchell, it's all smiles here. Henry Pollock wants to be on camera as well. How are you feeling after that performance, and especially the result, 50 points, fantastic?
Yeah, thank you very much. Really happy. Sorry about Pollock, he just loves a bit of camera time, doesn't he? No, really pleased with the game. Obviously a bit sloppy in that first half, weren't we? Well, look, we found a way in that second half to get back into it, and I think we scored, 50 points in the end, so yeah, really happy. On we go.
It was said half-time between the coaching staff and yourselves, because it was tight in the first half. It wasn't all too much in it. Set piece played a big part there. You got a nudge in the scrum as well.
I think so, yeah. I think at half-time we just said, look after that set piece. We felt a tiny bit flat. We don't know what that was due to, but obviously come out firing that second half, bring that energy. We know if we're operating at 80 to 90%, we're going to get decent performances. So, yeah, we felt a bit flat in that first half, but look, we came out in that second half and scored 50 points. So, yeah, we're pretty pleased.
Cheers, Alex. Enjoy tonight. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Certain, and the player of the match, Finn Smith, is waiting to talk to Owain.
Finn, many congratulations. You're the Investec Champions Cup player of the match. What a game. For the second season running, you put 50 points on the Bulls. How impressive was that second half? 6 tries.
Yeah, it was much more like us. First half, to be fair to the Bulls, they asked a lot of questions of us. They were very physical, and we probably didn't get out of the blocks like we wanted to. But yeah, second half was a bit more like us. We started moving the ball around and played some pretty good stuff. So yeah, much happy with that.
Yeah, how much of an arm wrestle was that first half? Because the Bulls did come here with a big pack, as always, as you do expect. how much did you know it was going to be a grind to begin with?
Yeah, it was a proper battle, and they were beating us up, to be honest. And that combined with a win made it a pretty challenging first half. And then, we had some good messages coming in at half-time, and sort of righted a few wrongs, and it was much better, much better.
What were those messages then? Because a big changing point was the yellow card, 3 tries scored in that 10-minute period.
Yeah, I thought we moved a lot better. We were a bit faster to get set. We were diving on loose balls off kicks a lot better, and that allowed us to get into our flow a bit better. But only small adjustments, but really happy with how we finish that.
Yeah, this sets you up nicely for the new year now. A trip to Bordeaux. Old flames reignited?
Yeah. Obviously back into the Prem for the next few weeks, but I must admit, as soon as that fixture came out, that was one that us as a group are very excited about. Going over there, obviously what happened in the final last year, we're really excited for that game, but we'll take it week by week, but certainly be looking forward to that when it comes around.
Those 5 points today to back up an away win, 5 points again today, 10 points, you're joint top of the pool. It must give you confidence for the Christmas period, and as you mentioned, for the new year.
Yeah, really happy. We always really value this competition. We've had some unbelievable times in it over the last few years, and want to go one better this year. So we've really invested into it as a group, and to be 10 from 10 so far is about as good as we could be.
Cheers, Fane. Congratulations.
Cheers. Take care.